Morning, it's day 3. It's 5:45 in the morning. I've got up really early to try and beat the forecasted heat. It's actually overcast at the moment, so that should keep the temperature down for a bit. So we're looking, trying to bang out a few miles before it gets too hot. Didn't sleep too badly. Albeit, obviously I've got up early, so I haven't had a huge amount of sleep, but no real major aches and pains to report. Legs are a little bit weary first thing this morning, but I've no doubt as soon as we get moving they'll sort of wake up. Plans to today are a little bit sort of fluid, obviously because of the forecasted heat, which may never happen, you never know in this country, but I think the first plan is to get to Amberley, which is about 9 miles from here, and then see how hot it is, etc, etc. Do I need to hunker down for a bit, or if I can carry on, I might try and get as far as a little place called Washington, where there's a decent campsite with lots of facilities. But we'll suck it and see. It's a steady old climate from Manor Farm. So I've already got a right old sweat on. Following this track where it's been fairly mundane because there's nothing to see, because you've got hedges or shrubbery on both sides. I don't know if you saw that rabbit run across. It's quite nice to see some rabbits because where I live in Wiltshire, the rabbit population has been absolutely decimated. You never see one nowadays. You'll see lots of hares, but not rabbits. I'll just double check here. Sign. Yeah, South Downs way to the left. So it's nice to see them. I haven't had anything to eat yet today. Didn't feel that hungry when I got up. But I've packed my bag so that I can get access to one of my dehydrated meals and cook that up. It means I'm carrying a bit more water than I would like as well, so that I can cook up. But the issue with that is that I don't know whether I've got too much weight at the top of my bag now, but I've got the old problem of a little bit of cramp across the top of my shoulders where the bag's obviously pulling back on the shoulders. So we'll stop in a bit and readjust all that. Found a handy little log, so I'm going to have a little sit down here and maybe cook up some breakfast. It's now just coming up to 7 o'clock. We're just about done 3 miles, so let's have a bit of breakfast. Sketty. Pasta bolognese. Right, had something to eat, and I think the battery's about to go on this camera. Yeah, I've had something to eat, and I set off again. Sorry, start again. Right, okay, yeah, I've had something to eat, feel a bit more refreshed, and time to crack on a bit. Lovely sort of grassland meadow with poppies and not sure what the blue flowers are, but yeah, very pretty. I think it's just sort of the edge of Graffham Down Nature Reserve. Yeah, after my earlier positivity, I'm having one of those mornings where legs just feel like lead weights, and you know, everything that can ache wants to ache. But I've had these days before when you're on a long trail, and sometimes, you know, in the morning, for whatever reason, your body doesn't really want to play, and then by the afternoon you're firing on all cylinders again. So you just have to work through it. You know, and if you have to keep stopping, you have to keep stopping. But yeah, just work through it, and eventually you'll get better. Oh, that was a tough old climb up from the valley bottom at Littleton Farm. This last little bit wasn't too steep, but you can't see in the distance where those trees are. It just literally drops off, so that bit was incredibly steep. I'll have a look in a second when I got my breath back on the map and tell you where I am exactly and how many metres rise that is. Yeah, we're at Sutton Down. It was about 120 metre climb, sat roughly 400 feet. But yeah, certainly knew about it. Anyway, carry on. Just gonna stop and sit down for 5 minutes. But before I do, just show you the view from here. We're on the edge of what's Slindon Estate, according to this National Trust. But yeah, in the distance you can see the sea. Although, without looking at my map, I couldn't tell you exactly where that is. But yeah, certainly a nice view for a long distance anyway. Oh, tried to capture a little bit of the bird song there, don't know if that worked. I'm really struggling this morning. I don't know whether it was just lack of sleep or the accumulation of the last two days. Our feet are on fire. There's no blisters or hot spots as such, but yeah. And then walking on this flinty stony path is actually quite wearing on the feet. Yeah, all in all, certainly haven't got my mojo today yet. So I think it's about another 4 miles to Amberley, and we'll go there and see if we can find some. There's a site for sore feet. Amberley station, where there's certainly a cafe and a pub as well, I think. Yeah, need of a rest now. Well, I've been needing a rest all morning, but yeah, definitely looking forward to getting there and stopping for a while. Probably about another mile or so. I stopped in Amberley Station, Riverside Cafe, I think it is. Had something to eat and drink, etc. But the temperature has shot up through the roof, and it's another 8 miles to the next available campsite at Washington. And so even if I wanted to wild camp, there's no way you could pitch a tent. A, this time of day for wild camping, but B, you'd want to be in a tent because it's so hot. And I've really suffered, really suffered this morning with the humidity, and now even more so with the heat. So for purely medical reasons, I don't want to make myself ill. There's no point. So I'm going to call it quits, because this is the halfway stage. So it's a good, I've done 50 miles in 2.5 days, so I haven't done too badly. But there's no point continuing and making myself ill, and then potentially, needing emergency services, etc. So I don't want to waste their time. Certainly don't want to make myself ill. But I will return and I will finish this walk, because I don't like quitting. I don't like failing to achieve an objective. But I did start it knowing full well that this weather was forecast, so it was always a possibility that I might have to call it quits. But I think it's the sensible option, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, see you all again next time, and hopefully I'll be back here to finish it soon.